My name is Glenn Hanold. I am a digital media major concentrating in recording arts. I chose to be a recording arts major because I have had a pretty wide fascination with media since high school, which originally was with video. And then right around the time I turned 18, I got interested in studio recording for music and a little bit of sound design. And so the degree program, Recording Arts at the University of Valley Forge, suited exactly what I wanted to go for in terms of the final goal being like a producer. I think the biggest struggle in this semester for me has been just staying motivated and on top of my assignments. You know, creative people like us, we tend to just like to focus on like, oh, just start working on music and stuff like that. And then your other, less glamorous classes like your theology is like, oh, wait, we exist too. So I have to work on balancing that with what I'm here to do with the other classes that I need to take while I'm here. I'd say my goal for this semester is to just kind of finish strong. And I have a digital design class that I'm doing. I'd like to see myself improve in that area. I'd say graphic design is probably my weakest point in media in general, and it's definitely a good skill to have. Being able to do all the different forms of media is very valuable in the industry, and I've already been able to create a pretty cool logo for the LLC that I've been making to become an online music distributor to get like up-and-coming artists' music out to the big stores like iTunes and Amazon and Google Play and Spotify. I was kind of hoping for a rookie place that didn't quite make it. How do I have time for friends, homework, and work? And the answer is I don't. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. The answer is no. It ends up becoming a weird balance where like I generally have work at very specific times, and so then I'm able to set up, okay, these are the times I can do my homework. I even have like almost specific times that I hang out with my friends, which are usually around meals or before and after class, that type of thing. I've never been terribly good at time management. I will say that college has helped me grow in that regard tremendously, but I'm definitely still learning. So I'm kind of figuring it out as I go, and honestly, I feel like at this point I've been just kind of getting lucky, but it's a balancing act that somehow works out in the end. It's a struggle all the time, especially for something like either video or like music, because like music recording takes forever. You have to have hours and hours in the studio to produce one song, and so you're trying to do that while you're in the creative mode. You also have other homework and work and all that fun stuff. Why I use Sheets as a stress reliever? That is an excellent question. Well, see, I use various stress relievers. I also enjoy going to the Sheets up in Morgantown, and I could start talking about that and open a whole can of worms about why Sheets is far superior to Wawa, but I won't start that debate. But suffice to say that I grew up with Sheets down in Virginia, and so to have one of those things that kind of reminds me of home within a reasonable driving distance is kind of a nice thing to have. I can go in there and get me my Pepsi slushie, or my friend Faith introduced me to these wonderful things called fried mac and cheese bites, and they've just got some really great quick made-to-order pick-me-up stuff that, it's just like fatty, cheesy, fried goodness that just reminds you of home, and it kind of helps take your mind off of all the stuff that you have to do, or man, that last project was really hard. I'm so glad I got that done. Let's go celebrate by going to Sheets. So my aspirations after college involve working in a studio environment as a producer. So I would generally be the guy, who's on the computer, running the recording equipment, getting bands together in a studio to make albums, and possibly doing some distribution work. I'd like to have a whole, maybe kind of a record label type of thing. It was kind of a thing where musicians had to kind of sell their souls to get a record deal, and a lot of bands are going independent to avoid that and then kind of make what they want. And I'd like to be able to make that, be one of those like producers that will like take in these independent bands and help them make the best product they absolutely can make for their hard-earned money, while also being a good enough producer to be able to take on, big bands and help them make albums. But that's kind of my dream, is to be a producer / engineer and make some music.